What's good? What's popping, Golden Baes? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Dominique. I am a travel ER nurse, and if you are not new here, then welcome back, Golden Bae. Thank you so much for tuning into another video. So as you guys can see today, I'm going to be sharing my ultimate travel nurse packing guide. I'm really excited for this video because I wish I had something like this when I began travel nursing. There was nothing out there to help me know exactly what to pack for 8, 10, and 12 weeks. So I'm really happy to be getting this video out there for you guys. Of course, y'all know I love helping y'all out in areas that I need help in, and there's no information out there, so I'm that person. But before we get into today's video, I do want to address some questions that I'm sure you guys are going to have, so why not address them now? So the first question that I'm assuming you guys are going to have is, what travel company do you work for? I work for AMN. If I'm not mistaken, AMN is actually based out of Florida, because when I was like doing an application for something, and you guys know how it asks for your work address, when I searched up AMN, it said Boca Raton. So I don't know if they just have an office down there or that's where they're based, but it is a travel agency, and they do have a location here in Boca Raton, Florida, which is like 30 minutes away from me, so that was super surprising. My agent is based, I believe Michael is in Delaware. I'm not too sure if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I work for AMN. I've been with them now for almost a year. I love them. I have had no complications. Keep in mind that this is my second assignment. Your girl is going to South Dakota tomorrow. I leave tomorrow and I have almost everything packed, but I worked with AMN when I went to Calhoun, Georgia. You guys know I had my very first travel assignment in Georgia. It was specifically Calhoun, Georgia. If you guys want to watch that vlog after this video, I will have it linked down below. So yeah, if you are interested in travel nursing for the first time, or you are looking to get a few agencies under your belt, which I highly recommend, and we can talk about that in a different video, but I highly recommend that you work with a couple agencies. That way you always have options when it comes to contracts and where you want to go and pay, because one agency may not be able to offer you what you're looking for, and in that case you can work with another agency. But I will have their information down below. I will also have my Georgia contract vlog down below in case you are interested. So the next question I'm assuming you guys are going to ask me is how long I've been a nurse. I've been a nurse now for almost a year and a half, and I started travel nursing at 10 months. So I left my home hospital, the hospital that I was working at as a new grad nurse. I was in the nurse residency program. I ended up leaving that facility at 10 months and I started travel nursing. I did not have an issue finding a contract or hospital that was willing to accept me at 10 months. My agent Michael, he was great with helping me find a hospital that was willing to take me as a new traveler. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. Of course, if you have any questions for me, feel free to drop them down below if I did not address something that you are curious about. I just thought that I'd open up with those answers because I'm assuming those are all questions you guys are going to ask me. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. Now, if you guys see me looking down, it is because I literally have my list here for you guys. I did not want to forget anything, so y'all know I made my handy dandy list. And the way that I'm going to organize this video is kind of by sections. So I'm going to organize it by kitchen, clothing, safety, home, that type of thing. I will also have things popping up on the screen. I will have some pictures, but most of all, I am going to have the list for you guys. That way you can take that list with you and you can have it handy when it's time for you to pack. I have not decided exactly how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to be popping the list on the screen for you guys to screenshot, or if I'm going to be able to find, like, you know, a downloadable PDF document for you guys. But don't worry, I will have something. That way you guys have this list ready to go. I have a few tips and tricks on how to get things packed compactly and things like that, so definitely watch this video all the way through because I'm going to be throwing some tips and tricks and advice throughout the video. Now keep in mind, some of these items that I am listing off you may not need to buy depending on your lodging situation. If you decide to stay in a hotel, then yes, most of these items you may need to purchase or consider purchasing. However, if you're staying in an Airbnb or, you know, like an extended stay hotel like extended stay America, where they have the big fridge, they have the stove top and everything that you need to, you know, cook a meal, then you may not need these items. Definitely keep an open mind, because your first assignment, let's say you may stay in an Airbnb, but your second assignment you may stay in a hotel and you may need some of these items. So let's go ahead and hop into the first category that I have here for you guys. It's going to be kitchen. Everything that you need to have in your kitchen wherever you're going on your travel nurse assignment. The first thing that I have here, and it's in bold, is an air fryer. Girl or boy, listen. The air fryer is going to be your best friend. I've made salmon, chicken wings, french fries. You can make pretty much anything in an air fryer, okay? And if you have TikTok, oh baby, go on TikTok and literally just look up air fryer recipes. I've seen someone make like pasta in an air fryer. I haven't tried it yet, but it's definitely on my bucket list, okay? You can make anything in an air fryer, so definitely recommend. The next things that I recommend is an egg cooker and a rice cooker. These are for obvious reasons. If you like boiled eggs, you like rice, this just makes it a lot easier to cook. I do also recommend a stovetop. If you guys watch my Georgia Travel With Me vlog, then you know I was making everything on my little stovetop. The first night, your girl had made spaghetti, okay? And every morning on my off days, I was making like eggs, bacon, I was making grits. Girl, I was living lavish in my hotel room, okay? Now, something else that I recommend that I do not have is a convectional oven, but I am considering getting one. I did find myself buying things that I was like, dang, I really wish I had a convection oven. Like when I did make spaghetti, I was like, I really want garlic bread. But you know, that's just me being fat, okay? Girl, you do not have to have garlic bread anytime you have pasta, but I feel like I do. Next up, you want to make sure you have plates, cups, mugs, forks, knives, spoons, pots, pans, and cooking spoons. I just want to throw out a quick little side note. You want to make sure all of your mugs, it's really your mugs, are microwave safe, okay? Make sure your mugs, your plates, your bowls, of course, they're usually microwave safe, but you want to make sure these are microwave safe. So make sure whenever you purchase like a mug or anything like that, you're flipping it over and it says microwave safe, because you don't want to put something in the microwave and try to take it out and girl, it either cracks or whatever the case may be. So just make sure everything is microwave safe that you purchase. Also, you want to consider plastic. However, I will not say to substitute plastic for these, you know, hardware items, because if you need to warm up a cup of hot water, 9 times out of 10 you can't put that plastic in the microwave. So I do highly recommend you have at least one plate, one bowl, one mug, one of each. That way you do have that option, but at the same time, of course, you do not need a whole silverware set. You don't need a whole dishware set. You just need enough for you. And if you're traveling, you know, with your significant other or your kids, make sure you have enough for the party, because of course you have to take all this stuff with you. So I think I have 2 of everything. I have 2 plates, 2 bowls. You guys saw that in that vlog. Again, check it out if you have not watched it. I also have seasonings on here. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I like my food to have some flavor. Okay, so I did buy just some basic, well, in my opinion, basic seasonings: parsley, onion, and garlic powder, Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, and paprika. Now, when I am making something specific, like if I'm making buffalo wings, then I will buy the buffalo wings sauce, and then I will trash it at the end of my assignment. Now, my seasonings I do take with me. I rinse them off and then I just put them in a little Ziploc bag, and I keep those specifically for my travel assignments. That way I don't have to buy them every time I go. Other things that you want to make sure you have is aluminum foil, storage bags, a cutting board, measuring cups, a strainer, dish drying mat so you can have somewhere to put your dishes, food containers, either glass or plastic, and you want to make sure you have a set of work cups. Now, this is something that I totally forgot about. You don't realize things that you have at your home until you get somewhere and you're like, wow, I didn't realize like I actually used this. So something that I had to go out and purchase were a set of work cups. That's what I like to name them. They're specific cups that I take to work. I take closed coffee mugs to work, and then of course like my water jugs. So this was something that I personally forgot, and I was like, dang, I didn't pack any of these, and I have 20 million at home, you know, in the cabinet. So make sure you pack your work cups. That way you have something to take your coffee into work in the morning, and you have your water jug so you can stay hydrated hydrated throughout the day. So that is everything that I have in my kitchen category. We are going to go ahead and move on to clothing. Now again, I will have all this either listed in the description box or a downloadable PDF document, or I will just have everything pop up on the screen for you guys. Now, if I did miss something that, you know, I noticed as I'm packing, because like I said, I do leave for South Dakota tomorrow, I will just add it onto the list. And that way you guys have everything that I myself am taking with me. So moving on to clothing, of course, you are going to want to pack underwear, socks, pajamas. My ladies, we want some bras. You want to have some tops. You want to have bottoms. I say about 2 to 3 tops and 2 to 3 bottoms each. You want to make sure that these tops and these bottoms are interchangeable. That way, if you want to wear jeans one day, you can wear it with the white top that you wore with the shorts. You get what I'm saying? You don't really want to pack outfits. You want to pack essentials. That way you are able to switch these things out. One day it's cold, throw in the jeans with a black top or something like that. If you are active, you want to make sure you pack some sports bras, sports leggings. Same thing, make sure these are either sets or they're interchangeable. Y'all know I love me some Lululemon. Lululemon has me acting like a lunatic, okay? So I have a bunch of sets that I will be packing for South Dakota. That way they're easy, I can throw them on. Next up on my list, I have activewear. Activewear, in my opinion, is a little bit different. Cute little tennis dresses, cute little tennis skirts that have, you know, a matching top. Always consider these type of things because you can not only wear these to the gym, but you can also wear them to run errands and you still look appropriate. My main thing when it comes to clothing that I learned is you want to have things that you can basically put on for different occasions. Running errands, you know, going to the grocery store. If you go for a hike, it looks appropriate for all settings. Depending on where you're going, and this is a quick tip, you always want to look and see the city's weather that you're going to be going to, and you want to look at their history by month. And all you have to do is just go on Google and type in the city that you will be traveling to. So for instance, I live in West Palm Beach. West Palm Beach, Florida's weather by month, and it will give you an average of what their weather is by month. That way you know, hey, for the next 3 months it's either going to be hot, or like myself, for the next 2 months they have warm weather. I believe right now South Dakota is about 88 degrees, and then it's gonna start getting colder towards October, so I need to pack a jacket, so I need to make sure I have some jeans in there. And another cool thing Google Weather will show you is like the temperature by time of day. So hey, typically during the daytime it's 88 degrees, but at night we may drop down to 50. So you need to make sure you pack a throw jacket. Things like that is super helpful when it comes to packing for a long period of time. You know what to kind of expect. And of course, if all else fails, you can just go and pick up, you know, a small little jacket. But the more you are prepared, the less you have to spend when you get there. And that is the goal, because we're not traveling to spend money. We're traveling to stack our money so we can come home and take a month or so off. So the more accurate you are when packing, the better off you are. So next up, we have shoes. You want to make sure you pack a pair of sandals, some tennis shoes, some gym shoes, maybe a pair of heels, and some hiking shoes. Now, the reason why I put these different categories is because your gym shoes may be the same as your tennis shoes. For me, they're not. My gym shoes are typically, you know, like a little dirtier than the shoes that I may wear somewhere else. So just keep that in mind, your different category of shoes. When it comes to outfits, like I was mentioning earlier, I recommend that you do pack at least one little going out outfit at the very least. My advice is to always pack black. I'm sorry, that is just my go-to whenever I go out. I like to pack a pair of leggings and maybe a cute little bodysuit, and then I'll just pack some black heels. That way, if you and your coworkers want to go out and grab a drink, you don't have to wear a pair of jeans or something like that. You do have a heel option. I feel like you can never go wrong with black. So my guys, make sure you pack at least, you know, one pair of shorts and maybe like a little dress top or whatever your going out outfit is. I don't plan on going out in South Dakota, but if I do, I will have something that I can throw on. And my ladies, make sure you pack some kitten heels, okay? I'm not bringing my Tom Ford heels. I'm bringing my little cute kitten heels that I can walk around in case, you know, we decide to do something and I don't want to wear a pair of jeans or a pair of shorts. Next up, we have jewelry. I just recommend packing generalized jewelry, if that makes sense. I will pack a pair of studs. I will pack a pair of hoops, a watch, a bracelet, that's it. And then we also have our scrub tops and our scrub pants. Of course, we are going on a work trip. That's why we're leaving, because we're going to work. So make sure you have your scrubs. Whatever your scrub color is. Now, typically nurses are required to wear navy blue. I recommend purchasing at least 6 pair of navy blue scrubs, at least. That way you are not doing laundry every single week. If you pack 6 and we work 3 days a week, you are good not to wash your scrubs for at least 2 weeks. Okay, so that's just my little tip. Now, I will say this. Every hospital does not require you to wear navy blue scrubs. South Dakota is requiring me to wear hunter green. So I did have to purchase hunter green scrubs. However, I only purchased 3 because I don't want to build up so many different color scrubs. That is why I only purchased 3. But again, same concept. Don't just purchase 1 pair of scrubs. Make sure you have at least 3. 6 is optimal, especially if it's navy blue, in my opinion. I think I'm up to 9 pairs of navy blue scrubs because typically that is the requirement for nurses. I was actually very shocked when I heard that it was hunter green, but I only purchased 3. And before you guys ask, I normally get my scrubs from Figs. That's where all of my navy blue scrubs are from. I do have some undershirt tops that I just wear by themselves that I purchased from Amazon. Again, that will be in my Amazon storefront. However, for my hunter green scrubs, I did purchase for the first time from Mandala, and I must say I'm actually very impressed with the quality, the way that it fits. Their size chart is on point. I got them all in a small. My Figs are also in a small. So I'll have those linked down below, as well as Figs as well. And then again, my under scrub tops that I got from Amazon, I will have those in my Amazon storefront. Next up on my list, I have scrub caps. If you are like myself, not every day I want to wear my hair down. I really don't like to wear my hair down when I go to work because it gets in the way. Also, girl, my hair be getting dirty at work, and I'm not here to look cute. I'm here to get the job done and go back to my hotel room. Next up on my list, I have weather-based clothing. Like I said, go on Google, see what the weather is by month in whatever city you're traveling to. So examples of this, of course, is coats, jackets. If you're going somewhere sunny, girl, if you are going to California, do not be afraid to pack your little bikini in a beach bag, because you are going to have off days, you guys. Don't just think about days that you have to go to work. You are going to be living in the city for 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. If you go on a little outing with your co-workers, or you decide to take a hike, or you decide to go to the beach, make sure you are packing weather appropriate clothes. And then last but not least, if you are a hat type of person like myself, pack some sun hats, some baseball caps. I really love baseball caps for my bad hair days. And then also when I just, want to be low key, low profile, I may just put on a little baseball cap. Moving on to skincare and health, we have, of course, soap. You want to have your face soap, your body soap, your lotion, face lotion, body lotion, body scrubs, shaving cream, and razors. I almost forgot that the last time I went. Deodorant, body oils. I like to use bio oil. Skincare oil is really good for scars, stretch marks, that type of thing, and it smells really good. My boyfriend loves it. Also, you want to make sure, ladies, we have some pads and some tampons. You also want to make sure you're packing your vitamins. At the very least, make sure you have a multivitamin, and if you have other supplements that you take, make sure you pack them. So I like to take a multivitamin, fiber gummies, and then I also purchase and pack my hair affinity pills in bulk as well, because that's something that I have on subscription order. So when I know I have an assignment, I just go ahead and order like for the next 3 months. That way I can pack it with me. Speaking of vitamins, this brings me into my next category, which is a medicine bag. I cannot stress this enough. You want to make sure you have a little medicine bag, and things that you want to keep in this medicine bag is, of course, ibuprofen, Tylenol, things like that, any type of analgesic. I highly recommend at least having Tylenol, because as you guys know, Tylenol is an antipyretic as well, meaning it reduces fevers. So if you do end up catching a little cold on your assignment, you do have Tylenol, which acts both as a pain reliever but also a fever reducer. Also in that medicine bag, you want to make sure you have Benadryl. I also recommend keeping like a cold and flu type of medicine. I like Theraflu, and then also cough drops. And then last but not least, I like to keep a couple of little emergency packs in my medicine bag in case I start to feel like I'm coming down with something. I can just pop one in my water bottle, shake it up been drinking, and that will, you know, help my immune system fight off whatever I'm starting to feel is, you know, making me feel icky. Continuing on with skincare and health and beauty, you want to make sure you pack a pair of flat irons, your curlers, your hair wanders, whatever you use at home to do your hair. I also like to pack my own blow dryer. I know that the hotel may provide one, but you know, usually the ones that we purchase work a little better and they are a lot more powerful. Hair ties, hair oil, bobby pins, combs, brushes, shampoos, conditioners, deep conditioner, anything that you use, you just want to make sure you have your hair routine, whatever you use at home to keep your hair nice and healthy and clean, make sure you pack it. I also like to pack disposable face towels. As you guys may know, whenever I wash my face, I do not use a towel. I use disposable face towels. So this is something that I also order in bulk. You also want to make sure you pack your makeup. Again, if you decide to go out or if you just want to get cute and run some errands, make sure you have your makeup with you. I mean, why not? You're going to be there for 3 months. Now, I highly recommend this makeup case that I recently purchased probably like 2 months ago. I will have the makeup bag listed in my Amazon storefront in case you are interested. I highly recommend this makeup bag, you guys. When I tell you, it holds everything. It holds my contour palettes, it holds my eye palettes, my makeup brushes, makeup wipes, makeup remover, and then my actual makeup. This makeup bag is like amazing. 10 out of 10 recommend. And then last but not least, if you are a blind girl like me, make sure you pack your contacts. I would recommend at least having 1 pack per eye because, you know, our contacts rip, we lose them, girl. I done lost like 2 or 3 pairs of contacts this week. I think they accidentally went down the sink, but we're not gonna talk about that. Just make sure you have some extra contacts with you. Make sure you have your contact cleanser. Make sure you have some contact cases. And then last but not least, make sure you have an extra pair of glasses. I always, you know, have my glasses on my face, but I always pack an extra pair in case, God forbid, something happens. I can't be blind. I gotta go to work. I can't be blind. So make sure you pack an extra pair of glasses. Moving on, we are almost done, you guys. My next category is going to be home. This is gonna be an array of things, kind of like safety, things that can kind of keep you entertained while you're there and all of that good stuff. So starting out with safety, the first thing you want to make sure you have is a door stick and a door jamb. Those will be listed in my Amazon storefront as well. I purchased both of them and I absolutely love them. Also purchased a Ring indoor camera. This is super nice because you can, you know, take it with you for every assignment and you can see who's coming in and out of your hotel room, in and out of your Airbnb. And this category is super important for everyone, but especially my ladies. If you're like myself, we travel nurse by ourselves, and you know, we may be a target. Girl, I weigh like $120. So with that being said, you can easily snatch me up. Okay, so we have to be extra careful whenever we're traveling, and I'm gonna say this and you can take it how you want. Feel free to exercise your Second Amendment right. If you want to go ahead and get you a firearm, just make sure you practice, make sure you're safe with it, keep it away from the children. But this is something that I feel like a lot of people don't mention when it comes to travel nursing. You have to be safe. Again, my ladies, we're out here by ourselves. We may be a special target because, you know, guys are like, hey, she's coming back to this hotel room every single night by herself. You guys may not realize this, but people actually notice that. What time you get home, what time you park your car, how many people are going in and out of the room. So just be mindful. And I don't say that to scare you. And again, this goes for everybody because nobody's safe, okay? Whether you're male or female, no one is safe. So just make sure you are being safe when it comes to securing where you lay your head every night. So door jamb, door stopper, door alarm. Again, if you want to exercise your Second Amendment right and get you a firearm, I recommend. I come from a military household, so guns is not something that I'm not used to. Make sure you practice, make sure you're actually going to courses and you feel comfortable with your firearm. Moving on, things that will make you feel at home, make you feel comfortable, make the place smell good. I recommend getting a candle or some incense. Make sure you have a lighter. These are things that you can purchase once you get there, or if you want to go ahead and have it now with you, that way you don't have to worry about it once you get there. Also, make sure you have a pair of scissors. I didn't realize that I use scissors probably like every other day. Like, this is something you don't realize. Like, I need some scissors. Have a laundry bag. I recommend a laundry bag over a collapsible laundry basket because the laundry bag you can also throw in the wash too. That way that stays fresh as well. I will have both listed in my Amazon storefront because I do also have a collapsible laundry basket that stays in my garage from when I was working, you know, at my local hospital, and I would come in the garage, take off all my scrubs, put them in there, and then come in the house. Next up, we have towels. Of course, this depends on where you stay. If you stay at a hotel, don't have to worry about it. If you stay at an Airbnb, it may or may not be provided. Also on my list here, I have books. If you are like myself, I love to read, so you may want to go ahead and pack 2 or 3 books. Also make sure you pack a book light, or if you are a Kindle girl or a Kindle boy, make sure you have some books downloaded in your Kindle library. Make sure you have your laptop, your iPad, all your chargers. If you're a content creator like myself, make sure you have your camera, extra batteries, your camera charger, extra SD cards. You may also want to pack a portable ring light. If you like to use artificial lighting for your videos, then make sure you have your ring light with you. I recommend a smaller one. I like to use natural lighting. I just, you know, base my day around me recording. That way I can catch natural lighting. And then last but not least, make sure you also pack a tripod. And the last few things that I have on my list is a yoga mat and like a dumbbell set. Now the reason why I recommend this, because of course depending on where you stay, where you're going, you may or may not have Planet Fitness in the area, or you may or may not have a gym at your hotel. When I was staying in Calhoun, Georgia, I did have a gym downstairs at the hotel, but it wasn't like Planet Fitness, okay? It wasn't like LA Fitness. I think they had 1 bike, 1 elliptical, and 1 treadmill, and then some space. So I brought my yoga mat, which I keep in the trunk of my car. I was able to stretch, and then I also ended up purchasing like a $5 weighted ball. That way I was able to do sit-ups, I was able to do some arm work, I was able to do some leg work. So if you want, you can purchase, you know, like a set of dumbbells, maybe 10 pounds or 15 pounds. Keep them in the trunk of your car. That way, you know, you can get a workout in, because not every place that you go to, especially if you go to these smaller towns, they may not have a Planet Fitness next to you. So the next category is going to be your car. Now if you are a travel nurse, and you know that you have a few options when it comes to your car. You can drive to your travel assignment, you can ship your car, you cannot take your car at all, and you can fly and get a rental car, but that may cost you extra money, so you might as well just take your car. But I do have a category specifically for your car. You want to make sure you have these things in your car at all times. So the first thing is going to be a personal jump starter. I like the personal jump starter because if something goes on with my battery, I really don't want to have to talk to people. If I can jump my own car with my personal jump starter, I'ma do that. But also make sure you keep a pair of manual ones, because God forbid your personal jump starter is dead or it just does not work. You do have manual ones, and then unfortunately you do have to talk to people. When I tell y'all, I am not antisocial. I just, you know, when I'm on my travel assignments, I am just to myself, because yeah, no. Next up on my list, I have cleaning products. Now this is optional, of course, but when I went to Calhoun, Georgia, and that's why it's great to be a travel nurse, because you get to see how other towns operate. When I went to Calhoun, Georgia, there was not a car wash place where someone else washes your car. You have to wash your own car. Okay, so I was so glad that I had cleaning products in my car. Now you did drive through, you know, like the outside part, but when it came to actually wiping down, you know, like your interior, wiping down the seats, vacuuming, it was you doing it. So just keep like a rag in your car, maybe some soap, that type of thing. Keep it in your trunk and you'll be good to go. Also on my list, I have a mallet. A mallet is like a little mini hammer. Now this is something that I always keep in my car, but I keep it on my driver's side. God forbid I need to bust a window out. I like to keep this in my car. That way it's like accessible. I know exactly where it is. Or someone run up on me. You never know. I got a mallet, okay? Don't play with me. I'm not one of them. Next up on the list, you want to make sure you have an extra pair of scrubs. God forbid you get drenched in urine. You want to have an extra pair of scrubs you can switch into. And then last but not least, make sure you have your work bag in your car. Again, we are going on a work trip. You need to make sure you have your work bag. Now, if you are curious to see what I keep in my work bag, then definitely check out my work bag video. I will also have that listed down below. Everything that's in that bag, I keep literally in the car. I do not take it out the car at all. That way I can just come downstairs, get in the car, go to work, open up my trunk, my work bag is in there. I like to get in the car with just my cup of coffee, my water, and my phone. and my keys. Okay, I'm a very, very simple girl. And last but not least, you guys, this is our last items that you're going to make sure you have on your travel nurse assignment with you. This is my little other category. Now, this is not going to be physical things unless you want it to be, but I highly recommend that you keep your nursing documentation on you, just in case you get there and I don't know, they need your nursing license, or you know, whatever the case may be. Make sure you keep this on you at all times. Now, I keep this digital. Y'all know I'm a digital girl. I like to keep a copy of all my documentation, you know, like in my documents file. I have my nursing license, I have my shot records, just in case you get to the facility and they're like, hey, we need a copy of this, like we didn't get this, although you should be cleared before you even get there. Typically, once you get those first day instructions, you are good to go. But I highly recommend keeping all of this information on your computer, just in case something goes wrong and they're like, we misplaced this. Hey, it's no problem. I got it on my phone. In addition to keeping all of your medical documents either on you physically or digitally, I also recommend getting a huge tub to put all of these things in. Everything that I mentioned to you guys, you can purchase a tub like from Home Depot, a storage bin, and put all of these items in. That's what I do. I have my travel nurse bin that stays in the garage. It keeps my air fryer, my flat irons, everything is in that bin. I will also have that listed down below as well. I purchased mine from Home Depot in Calhoun, Georgia, but I've seen them when I went to Home Depot here. So I believe that's a product that is, of course, available at most, if not all, Home Depots, but I highly recommend getting something like that. And when I do take my car, I just put it in the back seat and I don't even have to worry about it because it's already packed. You know, it had everything from the last assignment and I'm good to go. But you guys, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was helpful. Like I said, I wish I had something like this when I went to my first assignment, but that's what I'm here for, to help you guys out. But with that being said, you guys know the drill. I love you so, so much, and I'll see you in the next one.
I will wait for you.